Concern is growing about the odds of a 2020 spring flood on the Red River of the North. The F-M Area Diversion Authority has been working on the flood control project for about a decade. It would protect the Fargo-Moorhead area from flooding, but it will have a big impact on farms in a water retention area upstream. Mikkel Pates takes a closer look in this week's AgWeek cover story.
Matt and Nessa's family bought this farm south of Moorhead in 1941 because it was closer to the Red River, but on higher ground than their previous farm a few miles farther south.
Flooding has never been an issue on this farmstead.
The diversion plan has changed several times over the last decade, but the latest plan has this third-generation farm holding water during floods. It could mean moving his farmstead, and although floods would be short-term and farming wouldn't be disrupted in non-flood years, Ness has a lot of concerns.
We don't know how it's potentially going to affect us. They tell us, and I believe we will be able to farm, but it's going to be a game changer on a lot of issues as far as crop rotation, the unknowns of when it's going to happen. You know, from buying inputs the fall before, the seed, all these things that a person has to plan out many months in advance.
Farmers in the diversion area aren't the only ones who would be affected. Kurt Bertsness manages elevators in the diversion's path, and he says the loss of farms or even occasional crops and the input sales that go with them will have a big impact on his business.
A company our size can't handle that. It's losses that will never be made up.
Holding water back can lead to crop losses, but some farmers are also being forced to sell land for diversion construction. Diversion Authority Executive Director Joel Paulson says they understand farmers' concerns and are trying to create good mitigation and compensation programs.
Of course, we know we can't compensate somebody for a fourth-generation farm, and that makes it difficult. And so we've taken an approach of trying to be fair, flexible, and friendly as we approach these folks that are going to need to be relocated.
The diversion project faces lawsuits and delays, and some issues are still working their way through the courts. So much is still unknown about its future. At Comstock, Minnesota, this is Mikkel Pates for AgWeek.